Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to House of Glory. Brace for impact. Saturday, January 6, 2024. I am JD from New York, joined by my commentary partners tonight. You know him as the Solid Monster, Commissioner Jason Solomon, and Dr. Hillary P. Wisdom. Gentlemen, how are you this evening?
First House of Glory show of 2024. We're kicking things off in a big way here. Brace for impact. Are you ready for the impact, Doc?
Absolutely, brace for impact, and one man who made a major impact at our last show is the newest member of Cash Flow Inc. I'm talking about Jay Boujii, who had a little surprise for Encore back at the darkest hour, and here they are one-on-one tonight.
Yeah, well, a surprise is one way to put it. It was disgusting, frankly, what happened.
Cash Flow is definitely not the same person that he was.
Look, Encore disappointed Ken Broadway as a protege, and Jay Boujii is going to try to prove that he's everything Encore couldn't be.
Doc, are you watching the same product as we are? Cash Flow made it all about himself when Encore won the Battle Royal for a championship shot.
Encore failed to win that tag team championship, but right now, misdirection was paying off for a moment.
Well, we'll see if this
once again.
We'll see if this new attitude pays off here for Jay Boujii.
Yeah, Doc, what do you think Jay Boujii is going to learn from Cash Flow?
Jay Boujii has many things to learn from Cash Flow Ken Broadway. Ken Broadway is a veteran, a former Crown Jewel champion. He's done everything. And Jay Boujii has made quite a name for himself on the East Coast wrestling scene, acquiring quite a number of titles, but House of Glory is a different level. And the mentorship of Cash Flow Ken Broadway can bring Jay Boujii to new heights.
Look at the power of Encore.
And we are lucky to see that every month here at House of Glory. Encore is tremendous.
This incredible core strength.
And down with the suplex. And then the kip up. Encore is special to watch. He's looking for Cash Flow. Unfortunately, Cash Flow, Ken Broadway, is not in the building tonight.
But here is Encore taking time to pose for these imbeciles here in the NYC arena. If he had listened to Cash Flow, he would have learned not to do that.
Well, I win the contest on the over-under on how long it would take for him to insult the people.
Well,
first time here in 2024.
I'm wondering, Doc, what was your New Year's resolution? To be nicer to people, I hope?
Certainly not.
Encore dropping that big elbow.
Being nice isn't going to get anyone anywhere.
Well, we know Encore wants to get his hands back on Ken Broadway, and to do that, he's going to have to go through Jay Boujii here tonight. Ken Broadway, conspicuous by his absence, you would think he would be in Jay Boujii's corner, rooting him on.
Yeah, you would think.
Nowhere to be found.
Well, after last time, and we've seen Cash Flow, just an act of cowardism. Encore, those punches in the corner.
Cowardism isn't a word, and there is not an ounce of cowardice in either Ken Broadway or Jay Boujii. Broadway clearly has confidence in his protege. But right now, I'll admit, Encore is looking very good in this match. Encore has all the tools.
Boujii moves out of the way there. Encore full of steam again in the opposite corner, and a nice German release suplex, beautifully executed by Jay Boujii.
Boujii able to lure Encore in there and strike at the right moment.
He meets Encore's boot right to the face. Big back elbow. Boujii goes up and over on the apron.
Hard right from Encore as Boujii reeling on the ropes.
And that's a nice move by Boujii, targeting the knee and the leg area now, taking Encore's offensive aerial threat against him.
His strength, let's be honest.
Yep.
That really is the thing that he relies on the most, his speed.
And very intelligent tactics there from Jay Boujii. Once again, lulling Encore into a false sense of security and then going for the kill.
That's exactly what he's doing. And I'm sure he was tipped off by Cash Flow Ken Broadway, who knows Encore very, very well.
Yeah, look, nobody is doubting Boujii's ability. It's just a matter of this new attitude of his and the influence that Ken Broadway has over him. He's a very different personality than the one that I knew.
Absolutely dismantling the knee of Encore right now is Jay Boujii.
Boujii now dragging Encore to the ring apron, and that's a smart move there. Nicely done by Boujii.
Absolutely vicious. And that viciousness, that mean streak, is what Ken Broadway has, which has allowed him to be so successful in House of Glory. He knows how to win, does Ken Broadway, and he's trying to impart that knowledge.
Oh my
onto
goodness.
Jay Boujii.
That left leg, that left knee wrapped around that steel post.
Encore is in serious trouble right now. Oh, nasty. Boot right to the knee, jamming it into that steel ring post.
Boujii now is getting in the face of some of the HRG faithful.
There's that attitude I was talking about. You got to wonder, though, this mean streak we're seeing. You got to wonder if he got his marching orders from Ken Broadway tonight. Maybe Ken Broadway told him to take out Encore because he doesn't want Encore to get that rematch.
Cover here by Boujii. Hooks the leg.
You know that is something that Encore desperately wants, is to get his hands back on Ken Broadway after what happened. It was a terrible end to 2023 for Encore.
That may be what Encore wants, but Encore doesn't deserve another match with Ken Broadway.
Were you not watching the same thing that I was last time? You were sitting right next to me. Gonna have to break that count.
So your memory is not very good, Solo Monster. I was not on the call for that match. I was backstage with Idris Jackson, and you saw what we did on the last show.
Yeah, I saw it.
Big suplex by Boujii as he is in complete control over Encore right now, just picking him apart. Does not hook the leg there. Could have been a win if he did hook that leg. Targeting that left knee, that left leg for most of this matchup. As he's now climbing the top rope.
Well, it's working for him, and Boujii now going up top. Usually we see Encore
taking too much time, though.
Encore is up, limping over to the corner, getting that shot in on Boujii.
Heavy right hands from Encore to Jay Boujii. And Boujii attacks right back.
What a shot to the back there. Boujii now perched up there with Encore. What does he have planned?
Boujii may be trying to suplex Encore right out of the ring to the floor.
Encore now reverses the roll here. He's ascending the top turnbuckle.
He's on the very top.
Boujii down with the superplex.
Towering superplex from Encore to Jay Boujii, and both men are in pain right now.
And that does create some separation between these two, gives Encore some breaths.
But Encore may have done as much damage to himself with that move as he did to Boujii.
Absolutely. As both men begin to stir here in this opening match, Brace for Impact live on Premier Streaming Network on YouTube.
We got a lot more planned for tonight.
Oh yeah.
Boujii to his feet first after that superplex.
Yeah, but
Encore is hurting.
Look at the look on Encore's face. Oh,
Look at that move. Wow, what a right hand by Encore. And another one.
Always the showman.
Explosive agility from Encore, and now the power.
Nicely done by Encore. Death Valley driver.
Encore's feeling it, summoning momentum from the imbeciles here in the NYC Arena.
Encore now back on the attack, working on that leg of Boujii now.
Giving it right back to Boujii, exactly what Boujii did to him.
Trying to knot up that hamstring of Boujii with those kicks is Encore.
Well, Doc, you talked before about Encore being too much of a showman and not having enough of a kill streak.
He's doing that right now.
Exactly.
He's taking too much time.
What a shot there, turning Boujii.
Well, it's effective is what it is.
Inside out, Boujii landed right on his head there.
Dragging Boujii now to the middle of the ring with that ankle lock. Nicely done there by Encore.
And imagine all the power in those arms of Encore, all focused on the tiny ankle jerk. He could break Boujii's ankle.
And
right
Encore not known for being a submission specialist. But Boujii is in deep, deep trouble if he doesn't make it to that bottom
And
rope.
he's certainly trying to reach that rope, and Encore pulls him right back. He grapevines that leg.
Oh, Boujii's got nowhere to go.
Could we see a tap out here? He's grabbing hold of the referee.
Oh, he let go of the hold.
Let go.
Yeah, I don't know how smart that was.
Tactics.
Boujii somehow manages to free himself.
Encore almost crashed into the referee there.
And Encore eats that back elbow. Boujii now off the ropes, springboard.
Went for the Yobi Udder.
Catches him, waist lock, reversed. Backslide attempt here by Boujii. He gets him up. Legs are on the ropes. And referee saw it last minute.
Referee took a little too long, I think, to see that.
Very lucky break there for Encore.
That is not how we.
Sure, he's learned that from Broadway too.
Oh, I'm sure he's learned
cheating tactics.
more than that from Broadway.
What Boujii needs to do now is not lose focus. Now that Plan A hasn't worked,
he's motioning to the fans.
Gotta find a Plan B.
Encore went for that thrust kick. Boujii blocked it.
Face plant.
Off the ropes. Big stomp down there by Boujii. Goes for the cover. Does not hook the leg. 2. And Encore still alive here in this opening contest.
That cover was perhaps a little too nonchalant. Had Boujii hooked the leg, that might have been it. Boujii beginning to look a bit frustrated here. He's got to keep his cool if Boujii wants to win this match.
Well, Boujii, yeah, that's very classy.
Don't listen to the morons out here.
Very classy.
Perhaps setting up for the Yobi Udder again.
This time Encore catches him, waist lock. Big backdrop suplex, and he rolls through it.
Encore pops right back up to his feet. Unbelievable athleticism. Possessed by the last entertainer, Encore.
And he has this crowd firmly behind him.
Looking to finish Boujii off here.
There's that big Uranagi.
Absolutely beautiful. Does hook the leg. Deep cover here. 2 and 3.
Got him.
Encore victorious.
That is a huge win, a rebound win that Encore desperately needed.
Some sense of revenge as well, Jason. He gets a victory over Jay Boujii, has his eyes now set on cash flow Ken Broadway. Whenever that match does happen, I'm sure Encore will be ready.
You know Encore is counting down the days.
Encore, fan favorite here within House of Glory. One of the most exciting superstars that we do have on the active roster. And championship gold will be in his future, no doubt about it, this year. Speaking of championship gold, ladies and gentlemen, we have a mega main event tonight for the HOG World Championship. Mike Santana will be defending that title for the very first time after defeating Matt Cardona in December against Josh Alexander. Jason, what a match that's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. And don't forget, 2 of the best tag teams in the world collide tonight for the very first time. Main event takes on ABC, the reigning TNA Tag Team Champions.
And the very first defense of the Crown Jewel Championship by Carlos La Sombra Ramirez against Cruel.
Well, Encore's got something to say.
Hey, they said there was a place on video that Ken said down. So apparently, he's saying that when I win this match, I get a shot against the man that stabbed me in the back to end over here. Now, some of us are going through stressful 2023. But this year, 2024, best believe I'm gonna get my shot back. I'm gonna get it back. So Ken, you wanna move from New York and move over to St. Louis to hide. But pretty soon, yeah, he went over there. He back to the knee, right? You got the knee, right? March 2nd. Me and you, Ken. Let's get it.
How about that? We have Encore. Wait a minute, Jay Boujii.
Boujii with a jab right to that leg again. Oh, I'm sure you're pleased with this, Doc.
Hey, Boujii's persistent, if nothing else.
It's a repeat of what we saw at the darkest hour. This is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. And again, the point of that chair right into the knee.
Encore holding on to the chair for dear life.
Yes, and this is exactly what Ken Broadway wanted. Ken Broadway wants to make sure that Encore never walks again. This is
And again, right to that knee.
You know, I'm all the way over here. Somebody's got to come out here and stop this.
Oh, and right to the lower back with that chair. Jay Boujii just taking Encore apart here after their match.
Well, we just heard Encore talk about the challenge from Ken Broadway. March 2nd is our next event, Reckoning, and it looks like Encore has met his reckoning here tonight. He is in a bad way right